First of all, how long have you lived down here?
I've lived here 35 years.
Yeah. Everything's basically started from Schultz Fire and moved on from there.
That's right.
And when they did the remediation after the Schultz Fire, they did a lot of work in the forest. And that's where someone like you can step in and say, hey, these guys need the help and the financial backing to do it.
We drove up and saw how the damage just gets worse and worse and worse the farther you come up.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel your neighbors and the other folks in the community are feeling. And
frustrated?
Yeah.
Frustrated, depressed, just exhausted.
People say, we understand, we know what you're going through. No, they don't. No one does.
Not until your entire house has been flooded with dirty, burnt water and rocks.
So now we've had 3 more fires: museum, tunnel, pipeline, and even more people are being affected.
Well, it sounds to me like we've got to do a couple things. One is to close the forest when there are emergencies. That needs to happen. Invest the money now to create the basins and the fans to mitigate the damage now.
The infrastructure needs to be put in place,
And then the third thing is to figure out what can we do to take care of the forest so that when fire season comes next year, that we don't have this kind of damage again, right? That one's the hardest and most expensive, of course, but that's what I'm really interested in that. I'm really interested in figuring out how do we do that forest health, the preventive work, so that we don't have this kind of fire that gets this big, that destroys communities over and over again.